What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2. Sorry that I'm late. The image that I had of Cory Zukatis, they are claiming that that is not the right guy. The story is still relevant, but that is not the right person. Again, now seeing the picture of the young, like light-skinned dude, they said that the man that was found hanging was 36 years old, and that picture does look too young. So I went ahead and took down my original thumbnail and put the one that I have now. So I just wanted to make sure that I give the most accurate information. So that's why it took me a little longer. But for those of you who don't know, there are two men that were found hanging. Very strange, right? Especially Trey Reed, who's the story that I first heard. He was found at 7 a.m. at Delta State University, hanging from a tree by the pickleball courts. Now, he was just starting school, but the thing is that did he just randomly choose his school? Like, what made him choose his school to like hang himself? It's very suspicious. And his cousin, or the man claiming to be his cousin, has came out and said that he was found with two broken arms and two broken legs. So how did he hang himself? So there's a lot of questions going on because the police are saying that there's no foul play. So let's go ahead and get into everything. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started, y'all. Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? Kind of somber right now because this did happen yesterday, but I just didn't cover it. Yeah, it hits you hard because here's the thing. After the whole Charlie Kirk thing, they tried to make it a race war. Like, in Huntington Beach, you've seen those white people saying, protect white men, protect white men. But it was one of their own that did it. So I'm very confused how we're supposed to protect white men if white men, like I said, it was white on white crime. And then you keep hearing this Civil War thing and all this different language going on. And it's like, that's an attack on Black people. And I hate to be so provocative like that, but Black America, we're under attack. This is what they wanted. They wanted to use the Charlie Kirk situation to justify Black bodies. That's what they wanted to do. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Trey Reed situation. And this is from his cousin. I'm sorry. Let me pause it. Oh, no, it won't let me pause it. Okay. Let me do it this way. Let me go ahead and pull up my screen. And hello, everybody coming in the room. I'm sorry that I didn't greet you guys. You know, it's all love. I just kind of wanted to get into the topic of the show.
Forget all the Charlie Kirk situation right now. Let's go down to Mississippi. The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. One, that is my cousin. Two, this is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this campus. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their policemen. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed in their favor. I went on a 9-month probation, and that's it. This year, just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms were broken, and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math. Now,
Thank
this
you,
school
Sharna.
has history for being racist. Even going all the way back to the 1980 situation that happened with the sit-in. I love to refer to that situation because that was one of the significant situations that happened with one of the Black revolts that happened at this school. But still, I'm trying to be composed in this video, and I'm trying to keep it all together. But it's a lot of shit that happens on that campus that don't nobody do shit about. It was incidents before my big incident happened, and that I reported that nobody did nothing about. Somebody tried to report me for a hate crime, and they was the one being homophobic, transphobic, and being racist. And they was trying to lock me up until I had multiple people come out and speak against him. There was an incident that I reported that it was a group of white students in a white truck while I was a freshman. They yelled at me and my friends and called us a bunch of monkeys. Please do a deep dive on this. Please, 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 please do your research on this. Do not let them sweep nothing else under the rug. Enough is enough. It is 2025, and bullshit after bullshit after bullshit is still getting fed to us. Enough is enough. We got to wrap it up. Forget all the Charlie Kirk situation right now. Let's go down.
I want to go ahead and tell you guys what the coroner said. They made a statement. They said there is no evidence to suggest the individual was physically attacked before his death. Now, they did, even though they said there was no foul play, they said that they would still do an investigation. Now, it is common when there is some kind of public hanging, I'll say the word hanging and not lynching, that they naturally do an investigation to see if there's any foul play. So they are doing their own investigation. Again, this was Delta State University. It's in Cleveland, Mississippi. I didn't even know Mississippi had a Cleveland, but it's in Cleveland, Mississippi. It says the Boulevard County coroner says they are conducting a thorough death investigation. Randall Seals Jr. says 21-year-old, his name is Damar Travion Trey Reed, did not suffer any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures, broken bones, or injuries consistent with an assault. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest the individual was physically attacked before his death. So that's what the coroner is saying. All right, so I wanted to go to his other videos.
Now, I'm not a detective, and I'm not speaking from an emotional state. Well, I'm speaking from a thinking state. So after talking to some of my family members and seeing a lot of stuff on the news, or not on the news, on social media and what's being said, I decided to come up with my own little plot and what possibly, or what the potential cause of all of this could be. Number one is, I feel like the obvious one is hate crime. One, people are saying that he was found with bruises, broken arms, broken limbs. Now, I'm not confirming none of that until somebody else confirms that. Two, it is known that Black people are not going to kill themselves like that because of the historical context. Like what? Three, because I had to pop y'all up. As a person that was on that campus, I decided to map out something, a visual, just so I can show y'all. Me and him basically stayed in the same dormitory. This is our dorm. This is the dorm. This is the dorm. This is the cafeteria. This is the dorm. This is the dorm. This is the tennis court. This is the spot, allegedly. We're just going to say allegedly where he was at because we don't know directly. Right? Okay. There's a tree behind this dorm. There's a tree.
Let me blow it up, y'all. Sorry.
There's a tree over here. There's a tree on the side of this dorm. There's trees all around the cafeteria. Why would you go all the way over here? That's a mighty long walk if you know where it's at on the campus, right? This is a blind spot. There's no cameras right here. At least when I was going on campus, there was no cameras right here. So if that is a blind spot, anything can happen right there. 2, Delta State has a lot of blind spots. When that incident of me getting locked up with the police, I had video evidence. They said they had video evidence, but I still haven't seen their video evidence. And then the spot where it happened, it was in front of the police department. Where the angle it was at, there was no camera right there. It wasn't. But just so after the incident, they installed the new camera. So what I am trying to say is, look deeper into what they are saying. That is a fucking blind spot. If they say that I got cameras, tell them to release the footage. We need footage. We need footage. All this he say, she say ain't gonna work no more. Stop trying to sweep it under the rug. Again, prayers for his family and justice for Trey Reed. I'm gonna keep saying that. Justice for Trey Reed. Now, I'm not a detective and I'm not speaking from an emotional.
Okay, so what I find interesting about this is that they claim that there weren't cameras, but then they said that there were cameras. It seems like it would just be easier to release the footage than, having everybody speculate. Release the footage.
Update on the Trey situation. So basically, they're trying to say that there was no foul play. He did it to himself. But I'm trying to sit here and figure out, and I did research. I even got on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT wouldn't give me a direct answer, so I asked for a short answer. Can you just do that to yourself from a tree? And the short answer was no. So, take that how you want it. 2, they saying they're not saying anything about the body and stuff until after the autopsy, and they're still investigating, but they're trying to say there's no foul play. If there's no foul play, you should be able to tell right then and there. 2, why are you speaking now? It feels like you're doing this for a PR stunt to try to go ahead and cover it up ahead of time. I pray that this whole situation just be brought to justice and what happened actually comes forth to the light. And again, prayers to his family. Everybody, prayers to this family. Update on the Trey situation. So basically, they're trying to say that there was no foul play.
All right, and then there's one more.
Now that I'm up and doing a little one too, I just sat down and did my research. Cory Zukatis. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce
okay. This is about the Cory Zukatis. But I'm going to focus on Trey Reed first. So my thoughts on the Trey Reed situation, I want to know, did he suffer from mental health issues? Was there a history of him having depression or anything like that? I don't want to rule that out and make it seem like that's not a thing that us Black men going through. You guys know I went through therapy. I was very public about it. I went for it. I mean, it was a short time, granted, but I did go through therapy. I think mental health, especially for Black men, is very important. And I definitely encourage to go seek help and get help. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't let them tell you that, oh, all you need is church or all you need is this and that. No, go seek help if you need it. Knowing that this man was 21 years old and so young, what was going on during that time, and also who were the people around him? Was he hanging out with a new group of people? Who were those people around him? That's a question that I have. Who were those people around him? Because I don't imagine him being alone. And I mean alone as in he had no friends, he was a loner, that kind of thing. And then let me go ahead and pull up the article here just so that you guys know. Because I'll always give you my thoughts, but I also want to, give you guys the article or the publication so you guys know that I'm just not giving you my total opinion. Okay. Oh, Hate to accept the cookies. Come on now. All right, and then let me blow this up for you guys. Here we go. Come on now. News One has confirmed that the Vicksburg Police Department, that a second victim mentioned in the story, Cory Zukatis, is not, here we go, is not Black. Our story has been corrected, and our hope is that Cory's family and the loved ones are still able to get the answers they need in this tragic time, his tragic death. Okay, so that rules that out. Okay, so Cory Zukatis was not Black. He was the unhoused 36-year-old man who was found by the casino in Vicksburg, Mississippi, but he is not Black. It's a total separate incident. Authorities in Mississippi are investigating 2 separate incidents involving men found hanging from a tree. Okay, got it. On Monday, Delta State University police confirmed the 21-year-old student, DeMar Travion Trey Reed, a Black man, was found dead on campus in Cleveland, Mississippi University. Police Chief Michael L. Pillar said during a press conference that Reed's body was discovered hanging from a tree near the pickleball courts at approximately 7:05 a.m. At this time, there is no evidence of foul play, Pillar said. The body has been retrieved by the Bolivar County Coroner's Office. I have requested the assistance of the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, the Bolivar County Sheriff's Office, and the Cleveland Police Department to assist us in the ongoing investigation. Although the Bolivar County coroner has not confirmed the cause of death, authorities are treating the incident as a suicide. Trigger warning. Delta State President Dan Enos addressed the campus community following the discovery, noting that the campus would not go into lockdown due to there being no present threat. I want to reiterate Chief Pillar's comment. Enos said, there is no evidence of a threat to the campus, and there is no evidence the campus is unsafe at this point. The tragedy occurred as the university's roughly 2,700 students were prepping to celebrate its consensual all ceremonies, including opening ceremonies and unveiling of time capsule were canceled, and classes were suspended on Monday as students, faculty, and staff were encouraged to visit counseling resources to cope with the traumatic incident. Our community is deeply saddened by their loss, Delta State said in a statement. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the family and friends impacted. Enos noticed the university leadership would meet to determine whether classes and events would resume later in the week. Just hours after Reed's death, another tragic discovery was made across the state. Around 1:30 p.m. on Monday, the Vicksburg Police Department responded to a call about a body found hanging in a wooded area of 4100 block of Washington Street near Ameristar Casino. The victim has been identified as Cory Zukatis. Okay, this is the situation with Cory Zukatis. And then here it goes. They clarified the young man being falsely identified as Cory in social media posts is actually Galvin Fortenberry, a 17-year-old who was shot and killed in August. Oh, wow. 17? Reed's death in Cleveland has drawn heightened attention, especially after Black colleges received bomb threats following the death of controversial podcaster Charlie Kirk. Officials in both cases have said that foul play is not suspected. Okay, and then we got that. So I'm happy that they mentioned that too as well. Thank you, Gimme Mo. I appreciate you saying that. So, there were threats made to HBCUs, but it was all like, it was not us who did anything. Why would there be threats to HBCUs? And let's be honest, out of all the school shootings, there has never been an HBCU that has been, there's 0 school shootings at HBCUs. So the fact that there was bomb threats and shit like that to HBCUs, it's very alarming, you know? And like I said, with this situation, it's just, it could be coincidence, but also it could be that this is heightened because of the political climate that we live in right now. And I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. I don't feel comfortable with it. This is definitely something, and hopefully the family does a independent investigation. I tried to look if Trey Reed himself had social media. I was not able to find any of his social media. I don't know if it has been removed or not, but I know last night when I had heard about the story, I was trying to at least find some information on him. But yeah, there's no social media presence. You know, it's still a lot of questions that people have. Unfollowed as a black mother of boys. I'm bothered by you trying to over the facts without your personal issues placed on. Okay, well, you can get out of here. Bye. I don't even know why we're playing games. You don't have to watch. I don't know why that was even necessary. I didn't even finish it. I'm not surprised it happened in Mississippi. Nothing against the SIP. I think something like this is underreported. And as I know also too, and I forgot to mention it, there has been 5 other cases of people found hanging. Now, I don't know if they were all black men, but there is at least 5 of them this year, just this year alone. And as far as, you know, committing unaliving yourself, for a black man to do it from a tree and with the historical context of it, it's hard to say, like, yeah, they would have done it from a tree. Now, I'll give you my own experience. I had a family member who actually hung themselves, but it was in a garage. It was not from a tree. Not saying that that makes one better, because again, they lost their life from, you know, because of mental health issues, but it wasn't from a tree, very public. It just very suspicious. Thank you so much, Jimmy Mo. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker. Yeah. And like I said, I hope that we're not under, you know, attack, but just knowing how this story has not been publicized and how no one has asked questions, and that the news hasn't publicized this at all. It's like, and I was reading, not reading, but I had seen a TikTok with this lady, right? And she was all like, I live in Florida and I had to tell my family in Mississippi about this story. Demetria, what you say? I'm on in Alabama and no news station or see, and you guys are neighbors and nobody's reporting on it. This is America, right? Okay, don't we have anti-lynching bill that Biden signed? Exactly. But here's the thing. The problem with that, Claudia, is that they're saying that he did it to himself. That's what they're stating. And do you guys remember the 2 twins that were found in a wooded area in Georgia? Like, they're supposed to be flying back home, but they were found in a wooded area and they were found with gunshots. And originally they had said that was they unalived each other or whatnot. But then it came out that it was actually a white man who was responsible for their deaths. I forgot what their names were, you guys. But again, it's like the police will say, oh, it was suicide. And then they just throw that label on it and then throw it away. And it's all like, no, you got to do, okay, Miss Kitty, okay, Demetria, Savvy, okay, y'all remember, yeah, those 2 twins in Georgia. They were found with bullet wounds, and they said, "Oh, it was suicide. It was a what they call it, double murder suicide, whatever they call it. I'm sorry." But yeah, they had that situation. What's up, Lisa? They had that situation there. So again, it's like they're quick to say, oh yeah, this was just, they did it on to themselves without an actual investigation. And hopefully we hear more. Again, I'm not going to extend this video longer and try to, clickbait anybody. Again, I just want the information out there and I want people to know about it because I feel like, yeah, this isn't something that's being publicized. And with everything that has been happening lately, there's no way that this shouldn't be a topic of conversation. If we can spend hours and hours talking about Charlie Kirk, we can spend hours and hours talking about this. Again, I love you guys. Thank y'all for being here. Just love one another. That's the only message I can give you guys. Love y'all. Deuces, everybody.